Woo! Whoa! What's happening, people? Out on YouTube, in the interwebs, the internets, the intertubes. I am Hector, the crazy MMA fan, and I'm here to do another installment of my prediction videos. This time for UFC 114, Rashad versus Evans. Did I just say the same person there? I meant Rampage versus Evans. Rashad versus Evans. That could be a funny one. That could be something they could do in the future. You know, a person's inner turmoil represented in an MMA form. That could be an idea, man. Anyway, it's been a little while since I've been here. That's because, you know, I'm a little bit lazy, you know, and I've also have a little bit of a mobility problem since last time I was here. See, I have a new form of transportation. Is it a car? Is it a bike? A jet, perhaps? No, it's this over here. Trusted old pieces of aluminum, aka crutches. See, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, or maybe a little more, I was at a bar and I was drinking a little bit, maybe a lot, as a lot of these stories tend to include alcohol, because I've been in more than one tussle in my lifetime. And this particular time, these dudes were pissing me off, and so I decided to tell them what's what. And before I knew it, I'm like, what the fuck? I stepped into a time machine and I was in Japan all of a sudden, because these motherfuckers were using pride rules on me. They were like kicking a down opponent and kneeing a down opponent, and I'm like, yo guys, what the fuck, man? Pride is dead. But some people apparently just don't understand MMA. So I went to the hospital, and you know, they fixed me up. They put a cast on. Let me show you the cast. Here's my cast. Ooh, and there's my leg. And so they put in a few screws into my freaking ankle, because the little bones in there got broken. So they needed to screw that shit together. So now I'm gonna be like half man and half machine. I'm gonna be bionic man. So that'll be my new pickup line when I go up to chicks. Hey babe, you ever done it with a half machine, half man? So, you know, right now it's interesting getting around like a crippled person in my crutches. It's certainly a new experience. Oh, by the way, guys, you'll probably get a kick out of this. Just see, I've got Forrest Griffin, a Forrest Griffin doll here. It's suspended from a little contraption that I've built. All right, and I've got that there like that, because I did a bit of a you know, what do you call it? Stop motion animation video. And so if you guys want to check that out, if you guys want to see Forrest Griffin doll come to life and start doing some MMA moves, among other things, check it out right there. All right, just click on that red note over there, and it'll take you and watch Forrest Griffin do his stuff. All right, very well. Oh, by the way. Luckily, I live in Canada, man. You know, because I'm a broke ass motherfucker, and Brock Lesnar, fuck you, you little ass wipe. Because Canada does have a great healthcare system. Because that's how I got my leg fixed up. You know, if it wasn't for Canada's healthcare system, I'd be SOL. Because the surgery that was required to fix that shit, I can't afford. So I'm quite glad that I got my stuff taken care of, and I didn't have to pay a penny. Alright, on to the fights, shall we? Todd Duffy versus Mike Russo. Todd Duffy is a proud owner of the fastest knockout in UFC history, 7-second KO. Although many people claim that there's another dude, right, in the lightweight class, I believe, that has an even faster KO in reality. However, the timekeeper was asleep or was jacking off or whatever, because he forgot to stop the clock. But Todd Duffy, you know, is a strong dude with KO power and should definitely take the fight against Mike Russo. Michael Bisping, the dude from Britain that nobody likes, versus Dan Miller, a likable dude that most people could get behind. However, he hasn't been doing too well. His last 2 fights he has lost. And Bisping, despite the fact, you know, of being an ass, he is a good fighter and should take a victory over Dan Miller. Very well, moving on to the main event of the evening of UFC 114, Rampage versus Rashad. We have an epic match between 2 crazy motherfuckers that just love the trash talk. And the time has come. They now get to punch each other in the fucking face. It's gonna be sweet, right? Quinton, you know, is the obvious pick, I would say, because he's got more technical hands. He's a better boxer and he's stronger. Rashad, his strengths are that he's a better wrestler, I would say. He's quicker. He's, you know, he likes to bob and weave and is quick on his feet. Overall, though, Quinton's advantages, you know, surpass Rashad's strengths, and Quinton would be the obvious choice. But you know what? I don't like this motherfucker. I mean, I used to love Quinton, man. I was a big fan of Quinton. You know, back in Pride, the dude with the chain around his neck and the whole gimmick, and he was funny. I liked that guy. But all of a sudden, he's become a bit of a basket case. You know, a bit of mental issues, the dude. First, he goes and does the running away from the cops in his car, sideswiping other cars, you know, a high-speed chase. And then after that, his close fight with Forrest Griffin, right? And the dude has the gall to go out there and say that he clearly won that fight. And he didn't. That was a very close fight. It could have been awarded to anybody. I mean, I believe that Forrest won, but really could have been anybody's fight. I would have had no problem that fight going to anybody because it was so close. But yet this guy goes around saying that he was robbed, that he was a clear winner. No, man, that fight, nobody can claim a firm victory over because it was too close. And for him to go around crying like that is just pathetic. That, apart from all the other craziness that this dude has done, I don't like Quinton very much. And I hope that Rashad shuts him up. That's another thing. He says that Rashad has a big mouth, and he's going around talking too much. He doesn't realize that he's the one who has the biggest mouth out of the two, and he's the one who started this whole tirade of trash talking back and forth. But that's a typical bully for you. They always claim to be the victim. And I really want Rashad to take this fight. Another thing that helps Rashad is the fact that Quinton has been out of action for a long time now. Is it a year or more than a year? And that ring rust has got to take a role in disadvantaging him. And Quint, or rather Rashad, will take this fight. Alright guys, very well. That is my prediction, or those are my predictions for UFC 114 coming up just a few days from now. And I will make another video for my UFC 115, and perhaps I'll talk a little bit more about my broken leg and tell you guys a little more about how that fight went down, if I can remember it, because I was pretty goddamn drunk. Alright, so talk to you later.